Hello, my name is Nisa,
And my name is Callista.
and we're going to be talking about the preservation of Vladimir Lenin. Vladimir Lenin was the founder of the Communist Party in Russia. He led the Bolshevik Revolution and crafted the Soviet state. The legacy of his political ideology is still highly controversial and commonly talked about today. But another part of his legacy, what has happened to his body after his 1924 death, is stranger than fiction.
After an intense political career wrought with revolution, vitriolic rhetoric, and several violent reaches to Russian power, Lenin suffered a stroke in 1922. His health continued to decline, and he suffered an additional stroke in 1923, eventually passing away in 1924.
So he was embalmed and placed in a glass sarcophagus in Moscow's Union House. Immediately after his death, there was no plan to display his body long term. Russian officials just wanted to allow the people to see his body and pay their respects in the custom that is common for important government officials. But after 4 days of displaying the body, the crowds, sometimes numbering 50,000 people, did not dwindle as was expected. In fact, the crowds kept getting bigger and bigger, as even foreign diplomats wanted to see the deceased Soviet leader. His body was moved to the Red Square and kept without further embalming for 56 days. The frigid temperatures were enough to keep his body from rotting.
Russian officials eventually decided that they wanted to make Lenin's body last as an exhibit for as long as possible. Under the pressure of Soviet officials, a commissioned team of scientists worked day and night to create a chemical mixture that would work for embalming and preserving Lenin long term. An official and permanent mausoleum housing Lenin's body opened in the Red Square, and a team of scientists has since been tasked to maintain the body.
The body is now kept under specific temperature and lighting restrictions, and scientists closely monitor it. All of Lenin's internal organs, including his brain, have been removed, but the hair, skeleton, skin, and other tissues are Lenin's. The corpse is re-embalmed and carefully cleaned every 18 months, and the scientists both immerse and inject the body with chemicals. As technology has developed, scientists now work to preserve the corpse's joint function and can replace any damaged tissues with artificial skin material.
The embalming process and the chemicals used are still a guarded secret, but the Russian scientists have lent their expertise and assisted in the preservation of other leaders, including Joseph Stalin, Ho Chi Minh, and Kim Jong-il. During times of regime change and political unrest in Russia, the funding for the preservation of Lenin's body has been compromised, but is now reliably funded by donations from the Communist Party. The Russian government has refused to disclose how much money has been spent to preserve the corpse.